Okay, so now is that audible? Now is that audible? Okay, so actually it was a mistake from my side. Okay, so I will just repeat it once again. Yeah. Okay, so looking onto the Nifty, we had seen the market just opened on a red, and from the levels of 25,6 to 660, we had seen a good reversal, and that too near to 100-point reversal we had seen from 25,660, and I already marked this level last day, because on the daily time frame, if you see, it was a kind of swing high that was made on June 2025, and this was the level from where the market took the support. Okay, so the high of the highest swing high, this was the swing high which was made, and exactly from that particular level we had seen a multiple confirmation with a good kind of hammer candle that was forming near to the level here, and a good near to 100 points move we had already seen from here. Looking onto the bank nifty, whereas the candles of 935 had also shown a good kind of reversal, or momentum, a kind of impulsive move towards the bullish side. But comparing it to the Nifty, Bank Nifty was pretty good with the price actions and the trending. It was more onto the trending side on Bank Nifty, and the trend lines and the price actions were really working good on Bank Nifty today. So if you see the levels, okay, the support and the basic support and resistance and the trend lines was moving good, and it was also creating good kind of price actions. Looking on to the VIX shoot up on the first candles. Okay, so near to 5% spike was there on the VIX, but the VIX is still near to 12. That's not that favorable for the buyers again. And on the coming days, okay, if you see the price action again on the VIX here, you can see it's getting uplifted, and if it is moving beyond the level of say 14 to 15, we will be seeing the levels, or the scenario will be much better for the buyers again to engage more. Moving on to the Sensex also opened on a red and more onto the sluggish side, just like the Nifty. Okay, so if you watch the Nifty for the current day, the morning confluences was pretty good, but after that it was mostly onto the sluggish side, and the price actions were, and it was actually better for a scalp trade, but not much on to a holding side. Okay, so that's all with the Nifty, Bank Nifty, and Sensex. We had already seen that. Looking onto the Reliance. Looking onto the Reliance. Okay, so let's go to the daily time frame. So this was the last swing high, which is created near to 1542, and today it ended up on a red. Sorry, it ends on a green here on the 5 minute time frame. More likely, if you watch for a couple of days, this is a kind of this is a kind of a range the market is into. Okay, so the bottom part it is 1480 near to 1480, and the high of 1495. So it is actually on a range since 3 days. And looking on to tomorrow's market, I'm expecting it to bit more. I'm not expecting it to break the level tomorrow, but again, we'll be waiting. So this is again acting as a kind of support over here, and we'll be seeing mostly on the range for the coming couple of days. So again, coming to HDFC, on HDFC, the structure is bullish. If you see these levels, okay, so the zones of 985, 80 to 85 range, if you watch, this was a good kind of support, and yesterday's on means the last Friday's market, it again took a support near to this level. Today it again closes on a green, and that too on a positive side, and I am also expecting it to make a slight gap up tomorrow morning and on to the bullish side. Okay, so if you see higher lows are being created, it looks really good, and that too drives the bank nifty today. Bank nifty looks really great today with good structures over here. Okay, so we were having a couple of reversal entries too on the lower time frames with some trend line breakouts which was happening around here. So a breakout, a retest, and almost 120 points down. If you're going with the intermoney strikes, we will be again catching it to at least 30 to 40 points minimum on this kind of movements, and this trend line breakout and this support, that it was actually kind of the tighter range, but again good for the scalpers. I already shared my view on the social medias too about this breakout, sorry, the breakdown of the trend line breakout onto the bearish side, onto the put side. Okay, so again looking onto the nifty mid cap and small cap, all looks bullish, and nifty realty is up by 2.23% up. Okay, so we already watched airlines, SDFC. Now going to the ICICI Bank onto the daily time frame. It was actually on a bearish side for some days, and these levels are bit crucial. Okay, so the levels of 1340 to 60, that 20 points range is bit crucial. If you watch, it was actually getting respected around this range since. So I remember this day on September 2024, 16th September 2024, where uh, it, where we entered into a swing trade with some potential breakout, and near to 8% of targets was booked from this run, and that was actually a that was actually made from I think 4 or 5 days. Okay, and it was the all-time high price then, and the same level respected multiple times since December, and again it respected on March 2025, at last on October 1st. Now it is again, it reaches this particular level after a good fall continuously, which drives down near to 7% in 14 days. Okay, so on the upcoming days, if you we need to watch this level. Okay, so this is a kind of crucial level on ICC Bank, and more likely onto the lower time frame, it again closes on a green with higher lows. Since the HDFC Bank and the bank Nifty is looking good, I'm expecting a kind of slight pullback around this range on ICC Bank. Okay, so that's the view. Okay, looking on to the Nifty on the daily time frame, the view for tomorrow, again for tomorrow, I am neutral. I'm neutral to bullish. Okay, so that's my current view, and again depends on the FIDA data or the overnight news again. So I'm actually neutral to bullish on Nifty for tomorrow, and 25,800 is a crucial level. Above 24,800 I'm bullish, and looking onto the levels. Okay, looking onto the levels breaking above 25,800, and my view my view is actually bullish. Okay, so that's my view, and onto the bearish side. Okay, if it is opening on a gap down, okay, if it is opening on a gap down or on the bearish side, again the support that taken by the market today, that is 25,696.9, will be again acting as a good support. Okay, so that's the current view on Nifty, and that again we need to look on to the overnight news that will be happening and the announcements across the globe. And onto the bank Nifty, the bank Nifty again opening on a gap up, today's swing high. Okay, so sorry, yeah, today's high, okay, the day's high, or this level will be again 25 to 50 to 250 to 260. That range will be again acting as a kind of resistance, and above 25, sorry, 58, 58 300. Okay, sorry, 58 214 to 260, 260, this particular level. Above 58 260, again I am bullish on Bank Nifty opening on a gap down, breaking today's key level of 58,000, breaking below 58,000. I'm again bearish. Okay, so I'm bearish on 58 here. Okay, so these are the levels. Okay, and we need to watch the overnight news too. Okay, so that's my view on Nifty and Bank Nifty. Okay, looking on to the sectors, Nifty Realty was 2.23% up, and Nifty Pharma was 1.2% up again. Okay, so that's the view on USD INR. If you watch, USD INR is actually weakening. Okay, so it's actually the US dollar is strengthening and it's near to 88. Okay, so we need to watch the global indices as well. Okay, so that's it, guys. Let's see on tomorrow's pre-market session. Okay, so bye.